Hi, I'm Michael from WorkflowIQ. If your SharePoint still feels like a shared network drive with folders everywhere, inconsistent naming and no structure, then you relate to this. This video walks through a common setup many businesses start with. It might seem tidy at first, but it quickly turns into a system full of confusion, duplication, and risk. In part 2, I'll show you what a smarter SharePoint environment looks like, with version control, approvals, metadata, and more. Let's dive in. Here's a typical SharePoint document library. At first glance, it looks fine. Folders for HR, projects, policies, procedures, quality, and more. Pretty familiar, right? But notice the structure. Some folders are based on departments like HR and finance, and others on document types like policies and procedures. And then you've got generic ones like new folder, which tells us someone added it quickly and never renamed it. This inconsistency becomes a problem over time, especially when more people are involved and folders grow. Let's take a closer look at the policies folder. Right away, you'll notice multiple versions of the same file, like environmental policy and environmental policy v2. There's also files named with unclear labels, like ICT policy new. There are also duplicate documents in different formats, like the business ethics policy created in Word and another copy in PDF format. People are trying to manage versions manually, using file names to keep track, but it's confusing. There is no official final version and no control over edits or updates. That's risky, especially for compliance, HR, or legal policies, where using an outdated version can lead to serious consequences. You'll also see some files repeated in other folders. For example, drug and alcohol policy appears here and also in the HR folder. Someone probably copied it over to make it easy to access. But now you've got two versions in two places and no guarantee they'll both stay up to date. Also, looking inside the HR folder, we see a mix of subfolders like internal policy, that's possibly another copy of policy documents, certificates, and employee files. There are also loose documents not contained within a folder. There's no structure or separation between draft and final documents. Some are PDFs, some are Word docs, and naming styles are all over the place. This type of mix creates issues. No way to tell which files are official, no visibility into version history, and no easy way to filter or sort. It puts pressure on staff to guess, double check manually, or ask someone else, wasting time and increasing risk. So while this kind of setup feels simple, it gets messy fast. You end up with multiple versions of important files, no single source of the truth, difficult navigation, and no control to ensure important documents like policies and procedures have been reviewed properly before staff can access them. In part 2, I'll show you what a more advanced SharePoint setup looks like, with department sites, draft and released libraries, version control and approvals, metadata filters, and review reminders. It's all designed to make documents easy to manage and give staff confidence they're working with the right information. Watch part 2 to see what that looks like in action. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to find out more about how it can help your business, please contact us to arrange a free initial consultation.